Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard here, and today we have a special episode. We're going to be going through the infamous Professor Oak battle glitch from the original video game series Red, Blue, and Yellow. Bit of background on this first. The Gen 1 video games were incredibly buggy, and there were a lot of glitches that players found that they could abuse. You had your infinite item glitch, your encounter any Pokemon in the wild glitch, etc. But this right here is the mother of all glitches. You can actually have a battle against Professor Oak himself. Now this is kind of a complicated process, so in order to pull it off, I called in somebody who knows the Gen 1 video games much better than I do, and that is my girlfriend Sarah, who's made several appearances on the channel in the ORAS Wi-Fi Battles series. Sarah, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Alright, so let's get started. What do we do in order to battle Professor Oak?
Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to Route 7, which is just east of Saffron City.
Alright.
You're going to battle this guy right here, the gambler, but you don't want to make contact with him. Okay. You want to get off the screen so that when you take one step down, he'll notice you. But you're going to press the start button at the same time you press down, so it brings up the start menu, like that. And then you're gonna fly away to wherever you have a trainer you haven't battled yet. So mine's just east of Vermilion City. So you'll notice he'll notice you, but he won't battle and you'll fly away. And this is the beginning of the glitch.
Alright.
So your start menu will not open, so you need to have a trainer available you can just walk to.
Alrighty. So that's what we're doing now. We're just walking along looking for that trainer.
Yeah, I have one on this route.
Okay.
Now, the trainer has to be able to take more than one step towards you or your game will freeze and it will not work.
Alright, so here we go. We got this guy.
Yeah, now this guy just has a Magnemite, so it's pretty easy for him to knock out my Farfetch'd.
Okay, so the objective here is you want to lose this battle, so you black out, correct?
You don't have to black out. You can defeat the trainer, but if you black out, you can reuse the trainer to do other glitches.
Gotcha.
If you beat the Magnemite, it'll still work, but this way you can reuse this trainer.
Okay, so we're just trying to lose the battle here. Yeah, he just critted you. Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, and you just critted him in return. Cool.
Usually this Magnemite just uses like 3 sonic booms and I'm dead, but he wants to like tackle today. So
go figure, right?
One more tackle and I'll be dead.
Alright,
there we go.
Farfetch'd is down.
Alright, so now I'm going to wake up in Fuchsia City, which is where you want to be, because the route you want to be on next is just east of Fuchsia.
Okay.
So, at this point, you want to grab some Pokemon out of your PC.
Alright, so what are we looking for?
You want a Pokemon with a special stat of 226.
And that's because, why?
And right here, my Magnemite has a special stat of 226, and this number correlates with Professor Oak. Other numbers correlate with different Pokemon are missing now, or other trainer battles, but for Professor Oak, it's 226.
Okay.
So we need to encounter a Ditto and have it transform into Magnemite with this stat.
Gotcha.
Because it's the special stat of whichever Pokemon you encounter last.
Gotcha.
Determines the glitched battle.
Now, theoretically, you could just go out into the wild and hope to encounter a Pokemon in the wild with a special stat of that 226, right?
Well, that's impossible.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Because wild Pokemon don't have stats that high.
Fair enough. And this is why you're here.
Yeah, plus it has to be a Ditto for this particular...
Oh. Alrighty, did not know that. So now you're just gonna be looking for a Ditto in the grass?
Yeah, it's just a waiting game, how long it takes to encounter Ditto. Could be on the first try, could be on the 30th, so
Well, hopefully
we'll
it doesn't
just
take that one.
we'll just see. Run away from everything else.
We got an oddish. It's not what we want. So you also picked up Dugtrio from the PC box. That's because you need a Pokemon to defeat the Ditto after it transforms, right?
Yep. So it can't hit me with electric attacks.
Another oddish. So we're going to get out of here.
Or you can just walk around and encounter nothing. This also happens. Oh, Venonat.
So, no luck with the Ditto so far. Another oddish.
Another oddish.
So yes, this part can be a little time consuming, as we're already finding out, unfortunately. And another oddish.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, no. Pidgeotto.
Awesome.
But anyway, what we're going to eventually do when we get the Ditto is have it transform into Magneton, switch into Dugtrio, and then you have to growl at the transformed Ditto either 4, 5, or 6 times to get the battle with Professor Oak.
Alright.
And the number of times you growl at it depends on which starter Pokemon he has fully evolved on his team.
Gotcha.
So we're going to growl at it 4 times.
Well, if we ever find it, that is.
Yeah, if we ever get a Ditto.
What's this? We're already, this is what, number 8?
Something. Sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah.
I've had times where I literally encounter Ditto on the first step into the grass, and other times I'm sitting here for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but because this video is going on YouTube, we're going to be sitting here for 10 minutes. Unfortunately. So that was 10 tries, I think, and still no Ditto, so maybe...
I swear Ditto does appear in this grass.
Yeah, no, I've seen it before.
There we go.
There you go, 11th time's the charm.
Alright, we got our Ditto.
Alright, so like you said...
Alright, so go into Magneton, which has a special stat of 226. Ditto Worth Transform... Okay. Switch back into Dugtrio because it has Growl.
And also because the Magneton
can't use
really
electric
moves.
against
it.
Yeah.
Because you do need to defeat this Ditto.
Oh, no, it confused me. That's annoying. This battle like could potentially go on a long time depending on how long it takes me to get out these growls.
Okay,
so that's one. Oh, I dug, but that's okay.
Yeah, so the growls don't have to be consecutive.
Yeah, I won't kill it in one dig.
Okay.
There we go.
Second growl.
2 growls.
So now, you said the amount of times you growl at it is going to correspond with which fully evolved starter Pokemon Professor Oak will eventually have on its team. So the minimum is 4, right? And what does that give you? I think Charizard, if I'm not
Venusaur.
Mistaken. Venusaur? Oh, okay.
I think 6 gives you Charizard.
Well, I guess we'll find out then. But yeah, you can growl at it.
So that was our 4th growl.
Okay.
So, okay, let's try to kill it now.
Okay.
Oh, great. That was yeah, that was awesome. Okay.
So.
All right, now don't do anything else and fly immediately to, let's see here. Yeah, Lavender Town.
Okay.
Because we're gonna go back to Route 7, going from Lavender Town. Before this, you want to get your team in the party.
Okay, so now we're gonna prepare for the actual battle with Professor Oak, because now we've done everything we needed to do in order to get the battle with Professor Oak, correct?
Yep. So, let's get rid of Pokemon. Alright, Mew. Jolteon. Nidoking. Dragonite. Gengar. Get rid of Farfetch'd.
Of course.
Alright, and then get out Blastoise. Alright, now, which Pokemon do I want first in my party? Doesn't really matter, we're gonna beat him anyway, but
yeah,
let's send out Gengar first.
Yeah, your levels are all gonna be higher than his. So
yeah, his Pokemon are like the mid-60s.
Okay.
It's higher than Blue or Gary, but just by a little bit. So, now, as soon as you go back into Route 7, the start menu will open, just close it, and then the battle will initiate.
Alright.
There you go, guys.
So at
Professor
long
Oak.
last, there he is, Professor Oak himself, and he wants to fight you.
So he sends out Tauros.
Alright, so he's going to lead off with a level 65 Tauros. You have the Gengar.
Let's just confuse him. So obviously he's not really going to be able to hit me because I'm Ghost type. So, Nightshade.
There you go. So the battle itself is not going to be too much to look at here, but we're going to go through it anyway just so we can get a good look at his team. So he already had the Tauros, and that is still alive just barely.
Yeah.
But one more
1 HP.
Nightshade will take it down, and there it goes. So that's one.
Executor.
Alright, so he's...
Alright, so let's see here. Let's send in Mew. Mew has Fire Blast.
Alright. So his second Pokemon is an Executor.
Hope this hits. Yeah.
There you go.
It might take 2.
Yeah, it'll take 2.
Oh, it got burned though. That's good.
Yeah.
Barrage. Okay, hit by the burn. Feel the burn. I can probably finish it off with a strength. Yep.
So
Alright.
that's 2.
Arcanine. Alright. Bring out Blastoise.
Sounds good.
And give it a nice surf.
Alright, and that's going to be enough.
One hit wonder.
That's good. So that's 3.
Venusaur.
Alright, so you were right, it looks like.
So yeah, 4 is Venusaur, 5 Growls is Blastoise, and 6 is Charizard.
Okay.
Let's bring out Mew again. So
it's kind of interesting to me that his team, similarly to Gary's team, actually has alternating members of it. And in the case of Gary's team, the alternation is dependent on which starter you choose, versus in Professor Oak's case, it's dependent on, for the glitch, how many times you growled at the Ditto transformed.
Okay, so now he's sending out Gyarados, so we're gonna send in... Oh well. Meant to hit Jolteon, but we'll send Gengar out just for kicks and giggles. Let's confuse it.
He's got a level 70 Gyarados. That's pretty beefy.
Alright, good, it hit itself. That gives me
chance to switch
to actually bring in Jolteon this time.
Yeah, misclicks, they happen.
Yeah, hit yourself. Alright, Thunderbolt time.
Alright, and that is number 5. Gyarados goes down.
And that's it.
So
he says that was electric.
Alright, so...
And that's it.
Alright, so there you have it, everybody. The Professor Oak battle from Gen 1. A couple things I want to mention about this, because this is really interesting to me. First, and probably the most obvious of all, is that obviously you can't battle Professor Oak in the actual game, in this game, but the fact that this data exists is obviously proof that you were supposed to battle Professor Oak at some point in these games. That's obvious. But what's a little less obvious are the fan theories, one of which that I subscribe to is that Professor Oak was actually supposed to be the final battle in this generation and not Gary. And I think some pretty strong evidence toward that is if you look at his team is almost a mirror image of Gary's team, actually, from this game. He has the Executor, the Gyarados. Gary can potentially have an Arcanine, again, depending on which starter you choose. And Gary could have also had that Venusaur that Professor Oak did, depending on your starter choice. So, really interesting to me that his team is almost identical to Gary's team, so that's a very strong indication to me that he was supposed to be the final battle on this game and not Gary. Also, another bit of evidence to support this, and before I say this, let me say, spoiler alert for Pokemon Sun and Moon here. The fact that in Pokemon Sun and Moon, the final battle was against Professor Kukui, to me was actually a big hat tip to the idea that Professor Oak was supposed to be the original battle, or the original final battle, I should say, in the original generation. So, really interesting stuff here, and that's it. So I want to thank Sarah for doing this. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
And I also want to thank all of you for watching again. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new videos in the future. So that's it, and we will see you next time.